Hello, let's do the Netflix puzzled Starstruck for May 1st. We'll do the easy then the hard. The easy is called necklace. The way you play this game is in each row, each column, and each colored region. We need to place exactly one star. Additionally, stars can't touch each other, so a star here and a star here would be disallowed. All right, is there anything obvious other than this line? I guess we could just start with this line. So there's got to be a star in gray somewhere. All of them are in the same column. So this entire column, the rest of it can be X'd out. But also, this cell and this cell touch the entirety of gray. So they can't touch a star, so they're not going to be a star themselves. Blue is now also just a straight line, so the rest of its column is out. There's no elimination on the right though. This little tetromino here, Tetris piece, this sees the entire thing, and so does this, because this shares a column with these two, touches that one, shares a row with that one, or touches it. Or you can say it touches all three of these and shares a column. This symmetrically does the same thing. And that leaves just one place in yellow for a star. All right. Okay, so now we have this dark orange and gray lining up in these bottom two rows. So we're going to have one star in gray. We're going to have one star in orange. Oopsie, not like that. One star in orange. And that's going to use up these two bottom rows. So the rest of the regions can't have another star in the bottom rows. It would be a third star. That means blue has to place a star here, which gives us gray. Okay. This rightmost column is now, oh, I guess we could say we can place this star first in red. But this rightmost column is only orange, so it's going to place a star in orange, meaning orange has to be in that column. And that gives us brown, or this column here has to place in this brown here. One left here, one left here, one left in green, one left in dark orange. Okay, the rest plonks. Nice. I mean, I think a couple months ago, this might have been classified as a hard. Definitely not a plonker, but not too bad scan-wise, once you know your formations and lineups. All right, this one's called Optimist. It's the hard. Okay. Well, immediately I'm noticing this left column and bottom row are all this indigo color. So we know that this column needs a star. We know that this bottom row needs a star. If they do it anywhere other than this corner, there's going to be two stars in indigo. So the only option is to place it where they intersect in the corner. So that's just kind of a gimme star. Now this right column is only green, and because it can't go here, and so the rest of green can be X'd out because it's going to have a star over here. This column is down to just this brown and this red. Now, if there's a star here, this is eliminated. If there's a star here, this is eliminated. So this is just normal formation. These two are never in because they would touch them both. So we can just eliminate those right here and here. And that's due to the column. One of these is a star. All right, what else can I do? Top row, top two rows, top three. Whoopsie. I've been accused of not scanning well recently, so I'm going to try my best to find easy things before I do hard things, although I find hard things more fun. Seems they might not be as fun to watch. Let's see. We have this left column that's down to just brown or yellow. But then this column's brown, yellow, gray, and then this is orange and purple. So I don't think we can do anything simple with columns other than we have these two left, which we used. Does eliminating this or this have a follow-up that's interesting at all? No, that I know of. Orange, yellow, red. Huh. This row's down to this green or this purple. I don't know if that's a problem or not. All right, I'm going to look at the rows more carefully. Brown and green. Brown, orange, and green. Okay. If there's something obvious, I'm just simply not seeing it. I promise you I'm trying. Let's see. So what can we do? Is there anything else I can say about this brown and this red that I haven't done yet? I really don't think so. Huh. The thing that I want to look for with the pluses is there's basically, you can think of it as we're either in a column or we're in a row, right? It's a kind of a binary choice. And sometimes those both have an interesting effect that on the grid. Like you kind of chain them together. But these are all like offset from each other, so it makes it harder. But I do wonder if there's something we're supposed to do with that. One thing I am noticing is that these do line up. This yellow row and this red row do line up, which means one of them must use the column. They can't both use the row. So we either have this vertical or here. So basically, one of these is definitely in. Don't know what to do with that. If I could prove this wasn't in, then it would be one of these we could eliminate. That would certainly be helpful. Maybe we can do some sort of multi-row, multi-column thing. What would I use, though? Nothing that I'm seeing. We also have these shared, orange and purple, so we know that one of these must be in. One of those is definitely in. So this is out? Let me explain. So because we can't avoid putting a star into at least one of these circles, because if we didn't, we'd have this column overloaded between orange and purple. Hopefully that's clear. And so my point here is that these directly eliminate this guy, among others. These two, through the medium of blue, they remove these two, causing one of these two to be in, which eliminates that. So that's not in. It feels like a lot of work for one little deduction, but I saw it in my head. So, there's not really an equivalent for yellow red, is there? Well, okay, we know that one of these is in, so yeah, so this one's out for the similar reason that this one directly does it. These two eliminate from here, which causes blue to point up at it. So this one's out. It's kind of whittling away, but maybe there's more like this. Or maybe there's an underlying structure that would eliminate more all these at once. Like if I think about this row and this column, or maybe like the 3 rows and the 3 columns, so I can encompass all of yellow and red, and then I can encompass all of orange and purple. And so this feels extreme. We know that this has at least 4 stars in it. Five stars in it. Because let's look. The yellow is it, so I'm gonna erase this. I know that's messy, but I'll just do this here. Right. So we have a huge area covered here. It's three rows and 3 columns, but you can see that yellow is fully within. So let me actually just count them. Yellow is fully within. That's 1. Orange is fully within. Blue is fully within. Purple is fully within. Gray is not. Red is. Red is fully within. So that's 5 stars already. And our maximum number of stars is 6 because it's 3 rows, 3 columns. And that's only if we completely avoid putting any star in this middle area. So we're already at 5 stars. And if we put a star in this 3x3 area, that doubles up between a row and a column. Unfortunately, there isn't a single region that's forcing a star within there. But we can only put one. Okay, so we can only put 1 star in that 3x3 region, is maybe something to consider. It's interesting. I don't know what to do with it. It's limiting. So we have at least 4 stars outside of that region. There's only 4 areas. I don't know if that's useful. Um, okay, well, we know that this star is outside completely. This star's outside completely. None of the others are necessarily. Yellow could peek in. Orange is mostly in. Oh, red is completely outside as well. So you're outside, you're outside. 3 is. Yellow is almost all outside. I feel like I'm just like missing one little thing that like collapses this middle region. Like if we knew there were exactly 6, then they'd all have to be outside this 3 by 3. So this entire 3 by 3 would be X'd, which would be crazy, but possible. Um, what do I do? I can't find a 6th one. Am I should I be seeing it? I don't know. Well, I only get 1 star in this entire 3 by 3. So if I redraw this, I could make a box around this 3 by 3 here, which is like this, I believe. That's 4 by 3. Sorry. I did these 3 rows, so it's going to be here in these 3 columns. Yeah. This 3 by 3 has 1 star in it, at most. 1 star in that area. That's what I got out of all that. It's interesting. Again, I'm missing something. Again, I'm sorry. I really am trying. What is it? Is there something about only 1 star in there that well, it means any star in here is extremely powerful because it eliminates all the other ones. So like this yellow doesn't just eliminate these 3 oranges, it eliminates these 3 blues as well. So like if we were to place this in yellow, then we have to place this orange and we have to place it in one of these blues, which eliminates these 2. Um, doesn't look broken to me. Oh, that would force this red. I don't know what else. I mean, I guess it forced. Like this is out, so it forces one of these 2, which eliminates that guy. So now one of these is in. Eliminates that guy. One of these is which eliminates this one. So wait. Oops. I mean, I don't know. That this is a silly deep dive, but I suppose my point is that they're more powerful. So maybe we can find one that easily breaks. So like this one, all these are eliminated. So is this whole column. So that's out. One of these 2, so these 2 are out. So that's out. One of these 2, that's out. I don't know. It breaks it breaks this dark orange. I don't know if I want to use that. Is there like a simple way to see that? Probably not. I went through a lot of trouble for that. But if we go back, maybe we can think about something a bit more direct. Like, Something to do with orange, this dark orange. Maybe it wanted to be included in our analysis. I don't know. Probably not. So it goes one way or the other. Was there any? Why did that one do it? I feel like this one's breaking a lot. Because look, it sees these. So it places this one too. And these are out. These, one of these. I don't know. I'm just like, I mean, obviously all of blue's out now. This whole row's out. That's out. It lines up with orange. I'm getting too far again, but I thought this would break more easily. Oh, that's out, so that's in. Maybe it's this. So a star here completely eliminates this whole 3x3, forcing all of these stars to be out. I don't know. Like this might be the solution. So what about the other one? What about this guy? Places that one. That's like really powerful. Like it just immediately places all these stars fairly simply. Like that. These are out. These are out. Yeah, it eliminates orange. So is there a clean way to see that, or should I just use it? Let's see. So what's kind of the clean version of this? This star here forces what? It forces gray, which then forces purple, right? This eliminates these, forces gray. I'm using a complicated solution again, but that's me. And then it forces purple. And here's the issue. Now we've used, like, we're not allowed to do these two. Okay, so this might be an easier way to put it, is that purple and orange line up in these three columns. So these three columns can only have one more star in it that's not purple or orange. And this immediately places this star, which puts two stars. So that's just going to break purple or orange no matter what. So this one's out. Now, is there something similar within the same three columns that's not purple or orange? Like, is this also just a problem on its own? I mean, it eliminates a lot from purple, but it leaves these two. But that's not really what we want to do. We want to force another star in. Yeah. This was like the only star in these three columns that was probably forcible. Okay, so that makes these extra powerful because I wasn't thinking about it. But a star in this inside this 3x3 that isn't orange, so the yellow or the blues, is guaranteed to complete these three columns. So if we have a star in here, yeah, and that's kind of what I was seeing already, right? It actually it forces green, and based on the three rows, three columns thing I did, if we have a star in here, that's our fifth star. Like that, the five stars are those, and so we can't use brown or green, or gray. I think, yeah, we can't use gray either, or this dark orange. If we place a star in here at all, then all of these get eliminated, in addition to the rest of this 3x3. It's very powerful, but so a star in here, even if it's in the blue, is going to place this star in gray, which in turn is going to. So that means that these two aren't possible, I think. Or maybe it was not orange. Maybe that means this one's not possible. Yeah, so again, Because of the 3 rows, 3 columns overlap that I did, if we put a star in the middle, we only get 5 stars, but we accounted for all 5 already in yellow, red, purple, orange, and what was the other one? Yellow, red, purple, orange, and blue. Right. And so those are the 5. And so if you're not those colors in this 3 columns or 3 rows, you're eliminated immediately if we place one in this area. And so that's always going to, no matter where we put it outside of orange, I guess. Inside of orange does it too, actually. Anything in this 3 by 3 is going to place this star, which is going to eliminate these 3 from yellow, which in turn is going to cause this to point in. So a star here or a star here has the issue that it eliminates these 3 from yellow and also places this gray, which eliminates these 3 from yellow, and yellow doesn't have a spot. So basically the conclusion is that these 2 can't ever be stars. So that eliminates this one. Oh, let me erase some more of this. Okay. So now that there's just 3 in orange, that's eliminated as well for what it's worth. So this is now just a line, so it eliminates the rest of the row. Red is now just a line, so it eliminates these 3, and that places our yellow, which places orange. All right, I can get rid of this 3 by 3 now, I think. Gray's down to these 2, so that places purple, places blue, places dark orange, places red, places gray, and places brown and green. That was maybe my most ridiculous piece of logic I've used in Starstruck so far, but I'm sure the comments will be like, you just had to use the left 3 columns. But anyway, I thought that was fun. I'm sorry if you get frustrated by these things, but I have a lot of fun doing kind of these deep dives. I think that there's a lot of depth to these puzzles that you can explore. Anyway, how'd you do?